Welcome back to our channel where we speak all about future technical analysis and the understanding of where exactly the pivot moment will come. So what I'm about to show you the analysis on is on VIX. Why VIX? Because VIX is basically working the complete opposite of ES. So we speak about support and resistance, important level, and really where most probability to have a change of direction for our favor on the VIX, or if you want to use it as an additional confirmation on the ES. A lot of lessons, a lot of great tips. See you inside. Let us know in the comments what you think about it. Don't forget to subscribe and like. We'll see you and let us know what you think about it. Thank you. Okay, so here we are going to actually analyze VIX and understand exactly what we are looking at and where we want to potentially have it as a confirmation for our ES, because the way that VIX works, it's under basically providing pressure for the ES. If VIX is going up, then the ES will go down. The same opposite. If it's going down, in terms of VIX, if the value of VIX is going down, then what happened? ES will basically go higher. Okay, it's providing pressure on the ES component. So what we want to look at, we want to basically check, number one, all of the analysis we already have and understand exactly how we want to have it as a confirmation. We will need to look for new zones. We will need to, when I say zones, I mean supply and demand, key levels, and other. Now, in terms of key levels, because it's moving in a very different way, okay, meaning in terms of price action, it moves from level to level, just like other stocks. But here, our levels mainly are whole numbers. So you can see here, it's even on the 30 minutes, it breaks above, let's say an example, number 17, and then it holds retest and continues to rally. And you can see here, it was September 3rd, about 12 a.m. Let's go here and see September 3rd. Actually, we can go here. So September 3rd was somewhere here. Sorry. Okay, so September 3rd would be somewhere here, right? So you can see there on ES, it went down. I mean, it went up, and ES had a whole move to the downside. Same thing with VIX, right? It's had the retest on 17, and then it had a massive rally to the up with more than $2, right? So that's for us as confirmation. So it's very important to actually analyze and understand what we're looking at from the perspective of VIX. So number one, what you want to make sure is that you don't forget to turn on the BADJ, okay, because it's very important, especially with VIX, when they have change of lots or contracts, right? It has very big gap ups. That's why you will never see VIX go to minus certain value, like minus 5, minus 10. It's always will stay up. Why? Because when it changes contracts, you will see those gap ups or gap downs fairly frequently. So you can see right there was gap ups, right? But it was not because of some type of a news. It was more because of change of contracts. Okay, same thing here. Every 3 months it would happen. So you can see it's happened on the 12th here and on the 12th year. It's not because of news, not because of something of some significance. It's just because of change of contracts. That's why it usually happens. So you can see here, it probably was a weekend as well. and then there was a gap up or gap down. Okay, so important to recognize that. That's why when we said BADJ, you will not see those gap ups as much in effect. Okay, great. So basically we have here a weekly, which we will remove. We have here, I believe also, what is that? Monthly. We will remove that as well. It was taken out very aggressively and basically came down fairly fast right after. But that was a massive, massive, massive move to the upside. That means that we had to have a massive drop to the downside. Okay, you can see that. And then when it came down, we had that rally pretty much right back as to where it come from. The same thing we had here. Okay, so that's a very strong, strong, strong confirmation. This level of 14 we will remove. We want to make sure that we keep our whole numbers on the chart. Okay, let's make sure that it's always can create problems in terms of connection and reconnection. So we just want to make sure that we connect back in. Okay. Why we want to make sure that we connect back in, it's in the event that we will have entrance that we have to log into, we want to make sure that we connect to it. Now, most likely, you see here how we had this down after it's cut the 9-day moving averages. Now here we had that new direction of and cut through the 9 days. Most likely we will have new highs. Okay, it's just that I don't have a strong confirmation as of yet to enter and just hold. Okay, because it can cost a lot versus me not having a stop loss. And if I put a stop loss, it will be pretty much down here, which is a massive, massive, massive moves fairly of 200. Oh, sorry, 100. What is that? $156. That's a lot of money that we're putting on the table. It's about $8,000. And for us to have a take profit of 1 to 2, even risk to reward, that means that we will need to go to about 150, so 160. So it's about basically here, which is all-time new highs by a lot. So it's very, very, very difficult to hold such a trade. Risking 7,500 to make 13,000, it's not really worth it. Okay, so let's continue with our VIX analysis. So we have, the whole numbers on the chart. Let's look for basically our supply and demand pretty much first. We can remove this one because it's worked fairly well, but we can look for another one if we need to. Okay, so let's see from here. Like that. This is fairly well, to say the least. Why? Because it's showing us some type of a channel that has a few touches on the top. Now, if we go to weekly, we will need to correct it. Okay, so we have 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, 3. No, the bottom went out, so that's not good for us. It's something that we want to keep here, but that's not a. I mean, the 50% of that channel is tested fairly well. That we can keep maybe something like that, but it's not as strong for us. On a weekly, we can see this also very good supply and demand. We have a daily also very good because there is a lot of consolidation right there, and it's a nice supply and demand here. Something like that. Okay, very good. There is also weekly right here. So we can mark that, which is good. Now we can definitely, sorry, that's weekly. We can definitely trade on VIX, which also has a very, very big reward. So each dollar that it moves, you get $1,000 as a reward. So you can see that overall, on a weekly base here, it's moved $2.80, almost $3. Here moved almost $5.50. So on a weekly basis, so it's a lot of money that you will be able to do if you have the right analysis and the right trade for that, with of course the right risk to reward management. Okay, so now let's continue and see here. This would step you out and then move in your direction if you had that type of a trade analysis. So that's pretty much hit 38.010 and moved a massive, massive move down. Let me see. $18. Pretty much right there. Wow. What is this? Let me see. What is this blue line? I need to see. What you can do here also, you can change the the name of sorry, this actually 14. So then you know exactly what you are looking at in terms of if you ever come back to this. 17, 16. So in a weekly, we have 15, a whole number. We will remove that. We will remove that. Okay, we have a Fibonacci. We will remove that. This triangle, this. Wait a moment. So what is this one? Oh, I see. There is one right here. We don't need that. Yeah. So basically, what we do, we are fairly to say we're just cleaning it up uh, for the sake of us knowing exactly what we are looking at. This that I'm still trying to understand what is this 1978, which I'm not too sure about. So, okay, let's continue here and figure out what we are looking at. So, on a weekly, we got that one zone here. That's our weekly, which nice consolidation before a rally. We have also daily to say that we have it right here. So here we most likely will want to see a massive pivot. Right now, if we see a massive pivot to the upside, okay, actually, hold on one second. When was last time that we had a change of shares, change of contract? When is the next contract that is coming in? Let's see. So September 2024, or September, October, November. So it says every month, but not every month will count as a volume with the volume of that. So we will need to understand which one exactly counts for us the most. Okay. So that's actually going higher again, which is great. It will continue to move higher. Very nice. Sorry, we are here. So it's continue to move down. It will on VIX and ES we will continue to see a rally. Okay, now let's continue to see here. Daily, very nice. Actually important for us also to have a few more whole numbers since we went already to the levels. You know what? To make it easier, all I can do is copy paste, right? So what I will need to do is go here and change that to 20 and change that to 20. Boom. Change that to 21 and change that to 21. Okay. So now we have those numbers in here as well, and you can see how it plays as support and resistance very well. But of course, you have to know how to read it at the moment. So you can either use it as a confirmation or you can use to trade it, but you will need to know how exactly to trade such price action. Okay, or have it as confirmation. Okay, so we have that. We can use also 21 and 22. 21. So we have 21 already, 22, 22. Okay, 22 and a half almost, right? Let's went to 22 and a bit, 24. Where is my 15? Actually, I can change that to 15. Since 14 is way below. So we have a 15 right in the area. Oh, so it's got it, I think. So now I understand. I think this is our VWAP and our 9-day moving averages. Very good. At least I understood exactly what is that. That's good. So we have here consolidation rally. We have all those whole numbers. We have those areas. Let's look what we can find on the top. So once it gets to the low here, which will bring us to the high at ES, we will be able to see how we want to trade for the down. So when we want to trade down, because that will get low enough to go higher, and it will bring us with ES lower. Okay, so let's continue and look for that. So we have here daily, 12 hours, nothing here that we can see for that. We have this one, which is great, but we have this one as well, which is good as well. 3 hours. Wow, look at this, tested and freaking rally down. Almost the same size as the next candle. That's not good for us. Was thinking that this might be a great zone. However, because there is a very big wick on the bottom, not very good for us. Shit. Good. 690. Potentially good one, but not not the best one. This one, no, fairly large wick on the bottom, not good for us. 30 minutes, 3 hours. Wow, look at this, tested and freaking rally down. Almost the same size as the next candle. That's not good for us. Was thinking that this might be a great zone. However, because there is a very big wick on the bottom, not very good for us. Shit. Good. 690. Potentially good one, but not not the best one. This one, no, fairly large wick on the bottom, not good for us. 30 minutes. Fairly large wicks. This is good, but it's in a way in the middle of a move. The fact that we have this one is good. So we have here 30 minutes. Template. 30 minutes. This is for short, but this not bad. Let me just see in terms of consolidation how it's ever been. So we can see also this one as a support and resistance, and the number there, it's 30 by 24. So there is a number 24 right here. I prefer to just copy paste, change that to 24, change that to 24, done. Okay, so it's a bit higher than that zone. We will need to see what's happening. And we can now also mark this as support and resistance level. It works out very well. Let's actually see something. Okay, perfect. So we can see that as a great support and resistance level, right? And there is that 30 minutes. So we can for sure use that as either break and retest, or we can use that for confirmation to go short. So what we want to understand that the VIX, since it will be as a confirmation for us, unless for myself, I'm using it only as confirmation, I will want to look at pivot moments, okay, which actually also I'm thinking right now. You see here, if it's went under with the VWAP and the 9-day moving averages, and here on ES on a daily as well, it went basically the opposite way. That's probably a strong confirmation. How we can know that? Because here on August 30th and September 3rd, the opposite happened. And let's see here, August 30th and September 30th, the opposite happened, and it's basically worked the same way. So that's also a very strong confirmation for us that potentially it will continue to move lower, and we can also see with those wicks. So you can use that as an additional confirmation for your exit or entries with your ES trades. Okay, that's basically what I'm looking at the moment, and that's it. So what I will wait for more of, it's number one, I will be looking to trade on the ES. However, when it's get closer to, let me just see something right here. If we take the measuring and we look at the daily, we are basically looking at almost 9.5% move, and we are looking here from this current price to 1.5%. Let's see here. It's moved by 2%. Oh, sorry, one day. It was September 3rd. September 3rd. And here it's moved by 22%. Wow. So then you can understand the correlation of percentages too, right? So let's an example here. Again, it's moved 2%, 0.11, right? 2%, 0.11, and here it's moved 21. So you basically divide that by 10. So if we divide that by 10, it's 0.94, and here it's more than 1. Let's see, to here, to the bear side, to bear in control. So right here, it is a very important pivot area to be protected. So it's fairly a strong confirmation that we will want to look at something like that in this area. So I will leave that, and I will leave that right here. Okay. So those are the two things that we currently will be looking for. And that's it. If you have any questions, I do see some of your comments. Make sure that you comment. I will do my best to respond to you within the fastest way and provide you the value that possibly I can provide you. If you have any questions, comment, any compliments, any feedbacks, we're happy for that. And make sure that you subscribe and like our videos to see more of that content. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.